I have spent my career as an educator fighting standardized testing and the havoc it has wreaked on the mental health and well-being of American school children, especially kids from low-income families. Before the COVID-19 pandemic, our years of activism were finally paying off and popular legislation across the country was just starting to roll back draconian high-stakes exams, citing the harm it does to the psychology, health, and academic performance of America's school children. Instead of desks in a row, they recommended round tables. Instead of multiple choice assignments, they recommended collaborative projects. Instead of punitive discipline, they recommended mindfulness and socio-emotional learning. The future looked bright for a free, student-centered, constructivist education for all children. It seemed that finally it wouldn't just be rich families who could afford to opt out of restrictive test-based academic settings. That was until COVID-19 reached America's shores and overnight transformed the American public education system into something unrecognizable, a system of restrictions and mandates far more repressive than standardized testing ever was. Students in most American classrooms now must wear a covering over their face and stay distanced from their peers the entire school day. In many schools, students are forced to play by themselves during recess. Even for the youngest of school children, desks are in rows. Kids can't see each other's smiles or learn critically important social and verbal skills. The phrase I hear repeated over and over again to justify masks is, "Kids are resilient." But as an elementary school educator and Ph.D. student at Columbia University trained in trauma-informed instruction, I am concerned that this statement is overly simplistic and misleading. What we should be saying is, masks and social distancing induce trauma, and trauma at a young age is developmentally dangerous, especially for children who are experiencing trauma in other parts of their lives. Every year of a child's early life lays the foundation for their adulthood, and insecure foundations do, in fact, crumble. According to Maslow's hierarchy of needs, children without assurance of their personal security, for example, social anxiety from masks and social distancing, are often incapable of making healthy social connections and may have difficulty building intimate relationships in their lives. Neurological research demonstrates that kids who experience this kind of fear and trauma at a young age undergo structural and functional restructuring of their brain's prefrontal cortex, resulting in emotional and cognitive processing problems. This trauma is especially concerning for children growing up in poverty who often have the compounding effect of other trauma at home or in their community. Before COVID-19, already nearly half of all American children had experienced trauma in their lives.